Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite, sejam bem-vindos a mais um vídeo do canal. E estamos aqui novamente com o disco Elysium. Ah, e pode subir um nível das coisas aqui, ó. Entendi. Esses daqui... Opa! Aqui tá no nível máximo que eu posso. Já aqui não. Ah tá, porque aqui... mais habilidade... Não sei. Né, gente, não sei o porquê que um parou por ali, outro não. Mas é isso. Gostei do retórica. Se não for retórica... Vamos subir a retórica, né? Tá aqui que inteiro.
It takes about half an hour to piece one together. Using the system, not much has changed in the meanwhile. A bunch of sodden arson, petty theft. You don't exactly. The acidic stench of rotting food is rubbed off on the cellulose. It now forms the base of the experience. This base surrounded by like the bits they put into public piss bowls, probably called Fermi Discrete, or Axel, or something. At some point in its journey, the ledger... Remember when I said the smell of the upstairs bathroom was so rank they should have sent a poet to describe it? Why, yes it is. Among many other things. This cleaning tablet is used by the whirling in rags. Perhaps that's where the ledger was dropped in the toilet. By you. It's just a racist mug. What's there to... But it will not happen.
Tá bom. Lanterna. Álcool que a gente não vai utilizar, né? Pelas missões eu queria lembrar algumas coisinhas. Vocês não tem tempo no jogo, né? Tem capacitação Lázaro interessante, né?
inexplicable feminist agenda. There is something you need to see, sir. We found the remnants of an ancient artifact lodged in your hypothalamus. It is a cylindrical object, piss-weathered and smelling of liquor. The paint is peeling off, but you can clearly make out the letters Revolutionary Feminist Agenda on the hull. It appears that some time ago, before you became a joke, you were...
Tem várias outras coisas aqui, ó. Nossa, aqui é jardineira, né?
Hello again, officer. Sure, I'm done with it. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
There he still is, looking right through you, with...
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna...
Active decay.
He's about to blow! Cock's gonna blow, Kuno!
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
E tava fácil, hein?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes, and isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted. Yes?
There he still is, looking right. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You managed to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Nor does the wind right now. I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there, if you didn't. I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too. No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. And you need to get your shit together. We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back.
Esse dá mais uma tentativa.
There he still is, looking right through you. An inconspicuous pile of the roof image. It's nothing. Someone just...
É, não dá pra passar ali, então.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the...
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised. What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side, you've got a whole...
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you, or doesn't care.
Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen fit to rain upon. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more important things to do. What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside you? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not our type, and no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot...
It's not fucking cryo-actylate.
Cyanoacrylate is superglue.
And you survived it. Congratulations. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have carnage.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
As always, it's DJ Mesh and Felicio.
A flock of seagulls takes off nearby. Start right away. The lieutenant reaches into the cabin.
Someone must have been messing with the radio, or maybe picked up a random frequency. You wanted a prime line, right? Oh, is that what it was called?
Go for it. Turn the radio back on while it's still on the Speed Freaks FM.
Nothing to get into, really. But sure, let's focus on the...
This is Precinct 57. 57.
In the cabin, you lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorry. The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. It is a seal of Royalist era Revachol. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is.
There he is, in front of Rita. smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Bastards! We have a right to work! Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down. We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence. Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful...
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
The physically impressive man.
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If Union fuck...
I have a question. Why do all these men follow you?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a... When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have...
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of his shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while he ignores your question. Silence is the answer. That you've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is...
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying... Right to work! It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for...
We are not picking a side in this.
Pity. Let us work! What's it to you? Big mess, caused by Union greed.
Every once in a while, it's like you can see glimpses of an...
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Scott?
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses. Beats me. Somewhere in the ground, I think. Gotta be bloody stupid, or freaking evil to scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what?
Ah, já passei muito por isso. Fazer greve e os pelegos trabalhar no meu lugar.
Personally, I'd rather beg than scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something. We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't a
Big guy. He means the leader of the scabs.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money.
Psst. Show him your stolen card. Now has...
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife? You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization. The man looks at the colorful piece of plastic. Then...
But that's not you, officer. Good thing, too. I've known Johannes for a few years now. Be sinister if he turned it. How did you get a shift card anyway?
Now you're in a mess. The time hath not arrived. Sorry.
Oh, John's been out drinking himself blind again? He should what?
No. It will prove useful still. Believe your thieving fingers.
Thank you plenty. I'll make sure John gets his card back. You're quite the righteous man. Honor allows us to keep a respectful distance from each other. So, what do you need? Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder. Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can...
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
If it's all so simple, why don't the strikebreakers just go up?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist is there. Walk right past him, then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert. Not yet, no. He's incredibly sure. Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out.
The coin lands into your hand as if it has always belonged there. The
Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to, you know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess, cargo can't get in or out. The rationing is a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though. I'm always glad to help out when possible. Not like these slithering scabs.
volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These
tô entendendo mais ou menos, hein, que o jogo é muito foda, mas ele ao mesmo tempo não é tão fácil não.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Oh man, that's great. God man. Thanks for that, but...
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike. So apples?
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other...
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah, like...
You're lucky you didn't die there.
Yeah. Kuno's got some advice for you. What are you? Like 80, right? Maybe you should stop embarrassing...
Perhaps you could compress this negative energy and turn it into some sort of a Kuno-fied non-vomiter. That's right. Turn your weaknesses into conceptual strengths. Try it again now.
The fuck about it? Your test...
Get lost.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno? Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno...
The lieutenant takes a quick...
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work...
Kit is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie-Opagite descent. It used to be a common...
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit.
Yeah. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds. Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that.
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Pig, believe it, you need this shit.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pens. They will also make you into an idiot.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Alright, Piggo, shit.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind.
He's hiding something.
Pig, if Kuno was hiding something...
But it is not hidden, is it, sire? You picked up on it.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tired. Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal.
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno! They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching! Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the... Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Kuno doesn't fucking...
There he still is, looking right through. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast, delicate and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Oh, the lieutenant uses a memo technique, A6. That's not just any notebook. It's a classic. It's clearly some manner of super armor, or future armor. Super future armor.
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if we should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and...
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-auto. For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
Not too much, yes. It's a sorry situation, I agree. That's for us to find out. Mr. Gart implied he was security personnel for the harbor company. This confirms my own assumptions. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from...
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50, 100, 1000.
Good. Can you read it to me?
X5415 6745 678222. Let's lie.
No. Making a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Stop obsessing about your sexuality of it.
From this angle, it does look like the neck.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? How many clues do you need? You already found a number. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off? But first, the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't. The anticipation makes you crack your fingers. Feels nice.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's
sinto,
knot
velho.
is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, this is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under.
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes a noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
I'm still approaching this as a lynching, yes. Motivated by the ongoing strike. You? %70 of the cases I get are just filling in the blanks on the initial report. This belt works.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect.
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination. I agree.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens.
Etrugat Sunshine.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the...
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks... His eyes are milky white, and dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode. The corpse is dead silent.
Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build.
The corpse looks right through you. As you narrow your... This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted...
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of...
So, what do you think? Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made out.
Stop talking in riddles.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I agree.
His personality is no longer a part of the...
Totally dead. Absolutely.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. As you narrow, this is a trick. Only the lower extremities are pink. The cadaver slowly twists. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. If you want to, the hangman's... This is a steel...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. No, you're right. The harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around.
The cadaver hangs from the material. Delicate. These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part. The cadaver slowly twists on...
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Someone else? You mean...
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? But I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The union appeared to be
I would really prefer if there was another way. These people might, but what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Yeah! Bang bang!
How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there...
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss, Kuno!
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it!
Yeah, take the shot.
Silence. With it and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 armistice. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
He's gonna fucking be—
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of—
God damn it.
A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The fellow's desk was the wrong choice. His shoulders were raised.
Fucking idiot!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too. Kuno—
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shot.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno doesn't—
I'll die before I squeal, pig. Still what? I'll die before I what's this kid
Get the fuck—
So it's a girl.
I'll die before I squeal. You don't—
You can
Por que eu melhorei aqui na coordenação motora? Porque vai que ele me dá arma, né, pra poder atirar, né?
an intricate web, the pattern still gone. For you to someone who knows.
Eu vou encerrar o vídeo logo. Primeiro deixa eu conversar com a jardineira.
It's raining again. It was clear just an hour. Well, this might be the last snow we get. Snow has nutrients in it.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow. Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble. Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to...
There's silence. The smoke.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here. Let's go.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sir, officer. What's the number? Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately. Call back tomorrow. Hope.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is an inter-Isolari law enforcement service. The crown jewel in the moral...
57, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the...
The dashboard lights up with orange glow, like a leopard waking from its sleep. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light on...
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine.
I'll be with you in a moment.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out...
René, you're a man with a...
I'm trying.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. No, you've got this. There's the ball. You're the game. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter. You'll make it work. The cold metal ball is already your muscles up. A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you... An embodiment of pure motion.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
A whorehouse of shit. It wasn't whorehouse of shit. The shot was at least 23 meters.
What the hell is your problem? You vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull! Well, it damn well isn't. It's...
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You are as a goddamn bull. Good.
Yes. Why did you...
Estraguei o jogo dos caras, velho.
He might know something. This is a good vantage point.
Ah, yes. King Philip VII.
Oh, absolutely.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. A nation is only as strong as its...
Don't get started on that again.
The carabinier doesn't reply, but...
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the pup.
You can't even... That's why...
Of course.
Pular aqui rapidinho.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
From what I've seen of the officers of the... Right. Yeah, I do. Fire. Why what? Because that's what happens when communists hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose the name to feel special. Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly, should have fought dirty, like they...
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to suffer. Yes, Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation... This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made...
Blood Ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough or...
Damn right, the rest of...
Well...
You don't eat.
Depois eu vou ter que ver, parar pra uma olhada.
Preposterous! Surely you don't... I would have preferred. Instead, this is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is... It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything. Damn face.
He slouches as he says that.
A truth.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his...
Suzerain, it's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. Unfortunately, I don't. In Martinez, the Union is the law. So can you really blame them? Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics.
If I knew.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing. Hey. Psst. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again. Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too? So, what about all that communism you've promised to build? Word on the street is, you keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25. Funky style. Very funky. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it? Failure. It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely you alone. Against every living thing. Against every you. Against the atom. But now get to work, comrade. Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready. Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few.
Tá bom, né?
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid.
There she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. There are many of them, and they are divided into three separate. The first row has 18 dots. Not bad for what? You don't even know what. The next is the longest. You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, a wave of pride was the last row. As you look at them, you feel your index finger reflexively contract 3 times. And something you'll do again before the rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Iraq brazen.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not. Those are perforations.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after this next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed, wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Call it what you want. You were a valuable member.
You know the answer already. The tingle in your index.
That's right. How did you know? Ah, right. Sometimes the brain's able to preserve certain for an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, there are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by... But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective, or self-destructive. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves. Yes. If you want to pour out the booze you've been carrying around on duty, I'm certainly not going to stop you.
A dark pool of cheap wine appears at your feet. It shimmers in the lights of the Kanema.
Very noble of you. Are we done here?
The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights. You can now see your statistics on your journal page.
O jogo é profundo demais, velho. Gente, vou encerrar por aqui. Foi um prazer trazer esse vídeo pra vocês. Quem gostou, curta, comenta, compartilhe. E um beijão e tchau, tchau.